Good morning. How are you? It's good to be up, good to be here. I've got a slightly different day planned for myself today. I'll try and remember to tell you about that at the end. If I need to stay focused with what I'm thinking about today so that I can try and get this done in one take. We shall see. I don't know, I had a bit of a fuggy afternoon yesterday. Fuggy, yes. I had a really lovely morning in church. And then in the afternoon, I just felt really good. Where was the energy coming from? And there are things that need doing, things that needed doing. And I realised that actually you can't have energy all the time, can you? We need to rest as well. And I know I talk about that quite a lot. And yes, I was just thinking even further about the sort of opposites of life. I was drawn to a tiny little piece in Psalm, looking down at my Bible, a tiny little piece in Psalm 30, 2 verses actually, verses 4 and 5. Listen to this. Sing praises to the Lord, O you his faithful ones, and give thanks to his holy name. For his anger is but for a moment, his favour is for a lifetime. Weeping may linger for the night, but joy comes with the morning. Any of you who have been to a funeral that I've done will have heard me say, as I often do, that grief is a very normal, difficult but normal emotion, and that we can't have grief without love. They're opposite sides of the same coin, and very often the depth of our grief might be taken as a measure of our love for whomever we lost. And I think life is full of those opposites. I don't think for a moment that grief, weeping may linger for the night, but joy comes with the morning. I don't think it's on a daily cycle. I think we have to take the words night and morning there to be fairly fluid in lengths of time. But we are told by the psalmist there that these emotions that sit opposite each other, we will swing between them. So when yesterday I swang between the sort of joy and energy of the morning and then the kind of drop and slowness of the afternoon, maybe that was right. Maybe that was right. And then I had a little dig into my Celtic prayer book, this one that I use quite a lot. And listen to this. It all comes together because this was for yesterday. This is they don't tell me who this is by. It's just attributed to Celtic wording, okay? Labour and rest, work and ease, the busy hand and then the skilled thought. This blending of opposites is the secret of the joy of living. And you know, sometimes you say, what's going on? It doesn't feel like I'm very connected. I'm not entirely sure that I know that I'm doing the right things. How do I know that what I'm doing is a good idea? And then you get smacked in the face by 3 or 4 little things that all come together with the same message from different directions. And scripture speaks and the readings connect. And you think, oh yeah, there we go. I love the way this is phrased. This blending of opposites is the secret of the joy of living. If you've done Easter with me ever, you will know that I'm a big believer in Holy Week. I think Lent is incredibly important as well. And my stock phrase about Holy Week is that you will not enjoy Easter morning if you don't do Holy Week. How can you really appreciate the high of Easter morning and the resurrection if you don't go to the depths of the death on Good Friday? Where are we going with all of that? I think just to say that when we take these kind of curves in life, those highs and lows, it's part of a pattern. It's written in the Bible. That's something we can expect to experience. The Celtic Christians saw it as a rhythm of life and saw that it was these opposites were natural and perhaps even good for us. And I've been saying it about Easter and about loss. If we want the good stuff, we have to recognise the tough stuff too. There's a saying that preachers often need to hear their own sermon and they are only preaching to themselves. And I am absolutely fine this morning. I've lifted out of my, what was it yesterday? I was going to call it a malaise, but it wasn't even that really. It was just a slowness. And I've lifted out and I'm ready to go. And there's lots on the agenda. But it was okay to take that slow dip yesterday and just need to recover a little bit and recharge. And I'm offering that to you. If you're on a good roll this morning, make the most of it. And if you're finding it hard to get going, then maybe it's time to have a little recharge. Maybe it's time to just pause, reconnect a little bit, and accept that it's okay to have those days where not everything falls into place and where we need to take things a little bit slower and look after ourselves. Because if we do those things, then we will rise up into those times and moments of productivity, of joy, of feeling on top. Does that make sense? I'm preaching to myself this morning, but hey, it's going to be a good day. One of the things I've decided to do today to make my working day more productive is I'm going to go out to work. Do you know, I can sit in the four walls of my office here and it can all just feel a bit tedious, to be honest. So I'm going to pack up my laptop. I'm going to grab some money and I'm going to go and sit in a local cafe and have coffee and a bacon sandwich and perhaps a cake a little later and do 2 or 3 hours work sat in a corner of a quiet cafe where I know that I won't be in their way, but the change of scene will allow me to be productive. So I'm really looking forward to my working day today. I hope you have a good day. Get in touch with me and we'll talk again soon. Have a good Monday. Lots of love. God bless. Bye bye.